Welcome to Kyle Field in College Station, Texas. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. It's the Oklahoma Sooners and the Texas A&M Aggies. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you.
From the traditions, the cheering, the crowd in unison. It is straight up and down of electric Aggie pride. This is one of the most unique places you can ever watch a college football game, and we expect it to be just as loud and energetic here today. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Sooners, that's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Out wide left, it's Thomas. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Wants to throw one first. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, this defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman-caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
Back to pass on second down. Can hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down. See if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Running inside. It's Blaylock. He stopped short of the 40, right at the 39, and it's 4th down. The Sooners will punt it away on 4th down. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Got him on the RPO. Pickup of 5 is now 2nd and 5.
And I think one of the secret sauces from a year ago for A&M was Craver and Concepcion. They were the best 1-2 punch in college football as far as playmaking receivers. Guys that could catch it short and take it long. Now you bring in Horton, who comes over from Alabama. This receiving core now, can they continue to grow? Can the passing game get better, Palmer, and take that next step?
Well, the good news is you still got Marcel Reed throwing the football, right? A guy with tons of experience and a guy who's made a lot of big plays throughout his career. So you bring in Horton, who comes over for Alabama, big physical guy who can make plays down the field. Craver can take a hitch route, 80 yards, and score. Still a really good 1-2 punch in this Aggies offense, especially the passing attack. Still going to be tough to stop.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
From the gun on 3rd down, Reed. They get to him as he throws. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3-and-outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4-and-out if they don't convert. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. 4th down, Reed. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Reed. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play.
And you've already seen this QB, man. He's willing to spread the ball around and take what the defense gives him and not force it to his go-to guy. But it's not a surprise. When you get it to him, good things happen. He can chew up chunks of yards and make those big plays.
Wide receiver going in motion. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
And how about setting the tone right there? Like, you're going to cover this guy coming across the field. Get it to him early on the first drive. Let him know this playmaker is going to be touching the ball early and often, and he picks up the big game.
The run inside. It's Edwards. They get him on the ground, but that'll be enough to give Texas A&M a 1st down.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the 1st down and get the sticks moving.
Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. Here's Reed to throw. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Timeout, Oklahoma. That's their 2nd. They burned a couple early, now down to just 1 timeout to work with. That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's 2nd down. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. To the air, it's Reed. fires to the middle. Holds on, it's Craver. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. A&M comes back out with another first down. It's inside, it's Edwards. Driven back.
And they got him down in a hurry. Nice job by the defense. Aggressive attack. Come downhill, go get the running back, get him on the ground.
Now facing some adversity on this drive after the loss of 4. It's 2nd and 14. Reed. Left side, it's Edwards. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. That's why you want to get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. It lets you beat a blitz. It lets you get a first down.
And that makes me think, do I want a blitz? How do I leave him open? Because they keep dumping it off to the...
Caught, and he's got enough space. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And his throw is incomplete. 2nd and long here. In the backfield, it's Thomas. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. From the gun, it's Blaylock. And he's brought down after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Got a big paw up there and knocks it down incomplete.
This defense is a very well-coached unit, and they're very, very active, and they're very aware of what's going on. Everybody on defense there knew where the quarterback wanted to go with it. Everyone trying to get their hands in the air to swat it down.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. They've got a first down here to open the period. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Throwing, Reed. Right side, it's Riley. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. The Aggies want to crank the tempo. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Edwards. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Fighting his way for every inch, but he still needs a few more. He stopped short of the goal line.
And, man, that's so frustrating for this defense to get him in third down and short. And look, the first down's almost a touchdown, right? So this is a tough situation. This defense is going to have to bring in big bodies and really sell out somehow. Try to get...
Touchdown, Aggie! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Oklahoma sends the offense out, ready to go on the attack. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point. And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Long way to go on second down. Out wide left, it's Sategna. Good, solid pickup on that one, and they've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
Couldn't quite hang on to the pick, and he will be thinking about that one for a long time.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Look out! And they fail to hook up on third down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Not a lot of room to make this catch. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. They've already put a couple of scores up and they look to add to it on this drive. Reed. Gonna take a shot. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers and he couldn't hold on.
Well, you make big plays for your quarterback in the game. You catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield like they did right there, but give the defense credit, forcing an incompletion.
They'll need a bunch on second down. The Sooners call timeout, and that's their last one. And now they'll have to go the rest of the half with no timeouts remaining. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Making the adjustment. Second down, gonna throw it. Keeping his eyes downfield. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Here's Reed to throw. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
Straight ahead, it's Blaylock. At the 35, he's loose. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. Out wide right, it's Sategna. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
Setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
That's really good eye discipline by the safety. Great job not getting his eyes lost. It looks like pass immediately. He locks in on the running back. He sees the screen develop, fires upfield, pulls the trigger, and makes the tackle.
To the air, it's Mateer. Rush right in his face. Lucky to get it off.
And that was another ball thrown in harm's way. And this young man, he already has one interception. That was almost a second. Just playing a little bit loose with the football. Let's make sure we get that dialed in. We can't make those mistakes. Hard to win games when you make big mistakes.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Left side is Sategna. Goes down immediately, but that's just what they needed. It'll be a first down. And the Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. In the red area, it's Blaylock. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Right side, it's Thomas. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Texas A&M will use its second timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Quick give. It's Blaylock. He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be 4th down. Now the Aggies will use their last timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. The Sooners will come to the line to convert on 4th down. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. But look at this. They're not setting up to punt. They're going to try to cut into this lead, and this is a huge risk late in the half. Complete out of the backfield. Headed to the end zone. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the 4th down decision pays off big time.
Well, to heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. Beck's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
And that's exactly what the offense needed right there. A touchdown here, and I know it's taken a while. They hadn't had a lot of success up until that moment. Late in the second quarter, they finally were able to punch one in the end zone, and that's going to give them some confidence now to take into the locker room here shortly at halftime, but they've got to play much better in the second half.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Running inside, it's Edwards. Short gain on that run as the clock winds down here late in the half. Texas A&M going quickly. Reed. He fires to the left side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Marcel Reed. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Takes a shot at the end zone. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Guys, we knew this would be a telling week, and Week 12 has not disappointed. Let's get you updated right away. We start with the Washington Huskies, taking on the number 3 team, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. And it's Washington coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week.
The Aggies offense will have another go at it. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Now a timeout call by the Sooners. Stopped immediately.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
This defense will try to force a fourth down on 3rd and short from the 45. Throwing Reed. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Still on his feet at the 45. A big play, gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
Man, I'll tell you, this quarterback has got things you simply cannot coach. How about that situation? Third, it's a passing situation. The defense knows that they do a great job in coverage, but this guy just has tools. He's got physical attributes and speed and elusiveness, things you can't coach, that allows him to go pick up the first down and keep the offense on the field.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Reed. They're all over him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
3rd and long coming up. Quarterback signaling to his guys. On 3rd down, they're in the gun. It's Reed. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. The run inside. It's Blaylock. Just keeps moving. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. They came out hot on this drive. One play and already near midfield. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
2nd down, going to throw it. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. He's changing the play. In the gun, 3rd down, Reed. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man.
And that is why this punter is such a big weapon. He can completely flip the field. He's got a cannon for a leg. That was a moonshot. They were able to get downfield, and now this offense, they've got a lot of work to do if they're going to score.
They are backed up. Defense smelling blood as this drive starts at the 5. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Finds his man. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. Fresh set of downs going up top. Out wide right, it's Harris. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, he's able to make it easy after that catch, and I think his speed is something that just scares DBs to death. And you think about great Oklahoma receivers recently, guys like CeeDee Lamb, Sterling Shepard, Hollywood Brown. DBs gave them so much cushion because they were afraid they were going to get run by, and I think that's how defenses treat this guy too. With his speed and his playmaking ability, he scares you to death, and that cushion helps him out.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Changing the routes with his receivers. Here's Reed to throw. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And I don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
The Aggies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Motion from the back. To the air, it's Reed. Under pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And both of these defenses, man, they've been so good. They've been physical. They've been great tackling, limiting explosive plays. But it's these type of plays right here, when it's kind of a 50-50, 60-40, where the offense has to make the play, the defense has been consistently winning in this football game.
Timeout, Oklahoma. That's their second. And they'll have to be very judicious as they only have one timeout remaining. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Reed rushes on. It falls incomplete, and that'll do it for the quarter. Neither of these teams cracking the top 25 as we are in the final week of the season. Let's take a look at where things stand right now. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Doesn't say much. Run it back as the ball goes out of bounds. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
And, guys, that completion might have helped the old confidence, but it didn't help the down and distance. 2nd and 10 here. Back to throw, it's Mateer. Oh, pressure's coming. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
Well, talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight, they thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game. Nice job forcing that incompletion.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a 1st down. The Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. They just keep firing. Stepping to the right. Fires on the move. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be 2nd down.
This quarterback has thrown a lot of picks. I don't know if he's just not seeing the field right or he's just trying to force too many throws. That should have been number 4 right there, but the defender dropped it.
2nd and long here. Sends it back in motion. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. He's going to let one fly down the middle. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Taking it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
Well, obviously a really nice play by the defense there stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen. This quarterback's got to make better decisions. It's not just the passing game. It's in the run game with the option, too.
Throws for the tight end. Out wide left, it's Wiley. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the 4th quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run, back it up with a pass, getting the 1st down, a few more 1st downs, and you can walk out of here with a W.
Throwing Reed. Look out. The throw. Right side, it's Edwards. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Texas A&M going up tempo. Hits inside. It's Edwards. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short gain.
And if you'd have told this defense that they stuffed this great running back today, they'd have taken it. They'd have been happy, but the offense has still put up production, and they're still in the lead, trying to find a way to finish this one off.
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's third and short. Trying to slip through and pick it up. Looks as if Texas A&M will have enough for the first down.
And that's a great sign for this offense because this year we know there's been a little bit of inconsistency, and I think the biggest problem has been third down. Right there, nice job executing, running the ball, picking up the first, and keeping this drive alive.
On the direct snap, it's Edwards. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcats.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. Might as well keep pounding that rock at this point in the game, even though it's 2nd and 12. Reed fires one high and deep. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Texas A&M! Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this two-game slide.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Lets it fly. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Quickly to the tight end. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
You got to give this defensive staff a ton of credit. They had a plan for this guy, right? They've watched him on film. He's been eating defenses alive. They've limited him. That was only his first catch. They've changed up their coverages. They've gotten after the quarterback. Great defensive game plan coming into this one.
Snap on first down, wants to throw. Rush right in his face. Complete to the left.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Just keep slinging it. Gonna take a shot. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side.
Looking deep. They went for it all on first down. Didn't connect, but it gave the D something to think about.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Here's Reed to throw. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Oh, he just misses on the big downfield shot. And I think some people think that's a difficult throw to make. But tell you what, a lot of times you put a little air underneath it and you just trust your guy more than you trust the DB. But it's hard to do when you overshoot your wide receiver.
They need a huge back, changing the play. From the gun on third down, Reed. Soft spot in the middle. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Reed. Left side is Edwards. Got room at the 35. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Texas A&M going quickly. Dropping back, it's Reed. They're all over it. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Second down to the air. Throws to the wideout. Out wide right, it's Horton. And they make the connection, and he's got it at the 10-yard line, set up with a red zone opportunity. Texas A&M back to work with another first down. They'll send the back in motion. Making the adjustment on the play. Throwing Reed. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown Aggies. Fired in from the red zone for the score. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Drops back. It's Mateer. He wants a big play here late. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Finds a crease. It's Edwards. Got the first down. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things that are going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.